Hey channel, it's Alex. I'm about to present to you some information that is very unfortunate. I'm not dying or nothing, nothing like that's happening. It's about, if you guys are following me on Twitter or Instagram or on Facebook, then you probably already know about my situation that just occurred this past Sunday in Huntersville, North Carolina, with my makeup class. So basically, we ran into a situation of racism. It's sad that it's still alive, it's sad that it's still going on, and it's sad that people are still in the mindset of a big, segregation, pretty much. So, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I think the best way for me to kind of explain what happened is to just read the email that I'm going to be sending to all of the presidents, the directors, the whoever's I need to talk to about this situation that happened at the Holiday Inn. So bear with me. I'm going to read you all the information, and I'm going to maybe give you a little bit more information too, because this is something that I believe power is in numbers, of course. I have a huge following, and I believe that together with a voice, we can make things right. We can save someone else who doesn't have to go through what I had to go through. But basically, let me just read it to you. Turn it down. Okay. So, my name is Alexandra Butler, of course, and I'm a professional makeup artist based out of Atlanta, Georgia. I stayed in your hotel this past weekend because I was planning on teaching a makeup class at the Damn Salon, which you guys know, in Cornelius, North Carolina. The morning of my makeup class, Sunday, December 9th, the employee of the shop got into a terrible accident on her way from Atlanta to North Carolina and was stranded in Greenville, South Carolina because her car was out of commission. She's okay, though. She's okay. So, since we're unable to drive to South Carolina to get those keys from her, we had to find another location to host the class. I was expecting approximately 25 ladies who had already paid $225 per person for this makeup class, so there was no way that I could cancel that, of course. At 8 a.m., I called down to the front desk to speak to the front desk receptionist, Tiara, and she was very helpful, which she was. She's a sweetheart. Shout out to Tiara. Shout out to Spencer. You guys were helpful. She informed me that they had a banquet and that was not, she had a banquet and that it was not going to be used until Monday, and that that we could use it for our class. Cool. So she also informed me that the hotel's director of sales, Debra Schmidt, which that's the lady we had the problem with, had not mentioned coming in that day, which was Sunday, to set up or put anything in that room, and she didn't say anything about her schedule or anything. She was off that day. So because Debra made plans to rent the room out the next day. She didn't mention coming in that day because Debra had made plans on coming in on Monday to set up. Sorry. I assured Tiara that we could clean the room and make it presentable for the prior engagement the next day. Okay, so at that time I was like, look, thank you for letting us have this room. I'll do whatever it is that I need to set it up for the next day for you all. Just thank you. She felt bad because of the situation, and she offered me the room for free because I was a guest and because she knew what I had to go through. And, this was really sweet. Nobody was using the room. Nobody was really even at the hotel. So, she wanted to help out. So I moved forward in contacting all of my attendees, assistants, and sponsors of the recent venue change, and was able to successfully reach out to everyone. As the class began to start, an hour the class had been going on for, or not going on for, but all my attendees were there for an hour because we did a little meet and greet. I heard some ruckus outside of the room. I was then pulled out of my class to go out and speak to an irate manager of the hotel, or director of sales, whatever she is. I stepped outside and spoke with Debra Schmidt, who hadn't even introduced herself to me, so I didn't know who she was. She repeatedly told me that I had to get out of the room. She continuously raised her voice and made several very discriminatory remarks. She accused me and my assistants of coming in and squatting in a room without consent. I had to correct her and remind her that I am a customer and a guest of this hotel. I was given clearance to use the room by the hotel receptionist, so that's the verbal contract. She told me that I needed to get out of the room again within the hour because she had traveled 15 miles that day on her day off, and she had planned on cleaning the room at that time. She didn't want to budge. She wanted it done within the hour because she said that if she wanted to, she can just go run some errands, and by the time she come back, she wanted us to be gone. Now, as a guest of the hotel, I shouldn't have to know all of her personal information. I should know that it was her day off. I should know that she had to drive 15 miles. I should know none of that because it's not my business. I informed her that the class cannot be shortened from 5 hours to 1 hour, and that we would be out in enough time that she could still get the room in order for the next day. I even offered to pay whatever the fee was and even volunteered my services to help assist her in any way possible to make the night go as smoothly as possible. Bea, gotta go to the bathroom. She refused to listen or to compromise and proceeded to tell me that it wasn't her problem. She said that it was her day off and that she didn't want to travel all this way to have to go back home then come back to the hotel. She said she needed to wash the tablecloths, which Tiara had already done, and she needed to vacuum, which Tiara had also already done. I then suggested that we could use the front living room area to conduct the makeup class. Debra refused to allow us to do so and said no because, get this, you people are doing hair and that is unsanitary in the living room. I took complete offense to the "you people" comment and also to her falsely accusing me of doing hair. When I repeatedly informed her that I don't do hair and that I teach makeup classes, she kept saying, well, how long is it supposed to take? And that's not my problem. Throughout the course of the conversation, she continued to raise her voice, become irate, and did not want to compromise or help come up with a solution. So she threatened to call her manager and the police to remove us from the room as if I was doing something wrong. So instead of putting my attendees at risk and going ape shit on her, we chose to just look elsewhere. Very upset. I was very upset. Like, it was already crazy that it was a problem with the chair situation and the Jimmy John's, then the damn salon. It was just too much. So I kind of broke down a little bit. I'm sorry. To resolve the issue that day, in the matter of minutes, me and my team had to find another venue since we had a total of 30 people waiting to see what the next steps were. We booked a room at the Country Inn Suites and had to pay $160. They were very accommodating and booked us with no problems because I was so disgusted. Because I was so disgusted when my class was over, I checked out of my room and asked for a refund on my stay since I had planned on staying at the Holiday Inn Sunday night as well. Tiara and Spencer, who were the hotel receptionists, were so accommodating. They booked me a hotel. They let me use their family and friends discount, and they got me the hotel room at the Marriott City Center in downtown Charlotte because I was so upset that I did not want to stay in the hotel or run the risk of running into Debra ever again. The bottom line is that I travel a lot. I do a lot of different makeup classes everywhere. I've heard that, you know, North Carolina or North Carolina, whatever, were racist type of areas, but I've never experienced something like that was so blatant. Like, this lady went ham on me in the lobby of the hotel in front of everybody. I completely didn't curse. I didn't raise my voice. I heard her out the whole entire time as she was screaming at me. But I've never had that experience before where, and I mean, I've had experiences, but not like that to the point where it was like, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't respond like I wanted to because I had all these people depending on me. And I had somebody from Caribbean travel to the class. I mean, people were coming from all over for this class, so I had to set an example. So it really put me in an uncomfortable position, and it really, you know, put my attendees in an uncomfortable position because they had to relocate and move everything around. So this video is basically a video. I'm tired. I just got back in town today, but I have to put this video up. As you guys see on Instagram, I posted, on Facebook and Twitter, I posted, we need to stand up and speak out for what's right. Okay? Our ancestors, my family, my ancestors, our civil rights leaders, Obama, everybody has fought for equality for us. And to have things like this happen in 2012 over something as small as a room for a banquet that's going to be occurring in another day or whatever, that's ridiculous to me. I really want you guys as my viewers, as my supporters who know me, who know, you know, me doing these classes. I do these for everybody. I just want to be great. This is my last class and it just had to happen like this. I want you guys to support me. And by doing so, post on Holiday Inn's Facebook page. I'll put the link down below so that you guys can go to their page and just speak out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have said, oh, I'm not going there anymore. Say whatever it is you want to say, but make reference to this event if you don't mind. I'm also going to list the emails of the president of Holiday Inn, as well as a few other important emails. If you want to CC the email that you're going to send to the president, send those to them as well, because our voice needs to be heard. Now, I'm going to hope that they handle things in a very professional manner, because I don't think that they knew who they were dealing with. I think they thought that I was just going to kind of pop off and curse and throw things. When I have an education, I have experience, I'm not going to do those type of things. I'll just hit you where it counts, which is by numbers, because this is completely unfair and unjust. So I'll list some emails for you guys to email if you would like. I would really appreciate it, even if it just says, hey, Debra Schmidt is an asshole. She shouldn't have did that to Alex. The end. Like, I don't care anything, because if things don't go how they need to, then I will go to the Better Business Bureau. I will take this beyond anything they could have ever imagined, because I know people. Trust and believe that. Okay. Stand up for what's right, guys. Help me out with this. And to everybody that attended the class, y'all are my girls, like, for real. Like, y'all helped me down. Everybody that assisted me in the class, you guys really helped me down. Y'all was really supportive and very cooperative in the change that we had. And yeah, y'all are dope. Everybody else that has commented, people have already been sending emails. People have already been commenting. Like, you all are amazing, and I really appreciate it. I would do it for you, because right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. But the detail is also that I didn't pay for the room. I didn't pay for the room. I didn't have a signed contract. But I got a verbal agreement from the receptionist that it was going to be okay. It wasn't her fault, because, again, on the schedule, Debra wasn't supposed to be there. She didn't tell anyone she was going to be there. But that still doesn't give Debra the right to speak to me in the manner that she did. And that's the issue that I have. It's not about the room. It's about the way that she handled things. So, not in this day and age. Maybe back in 1940, 1950, that's what they expected, but not now. Okay? Yeah. I'll put this video up. I love you guys so much. It was my last class. It still went amazing. The class was still bomb. We still kicked it. We still had a good time. Looking forward to next year's classes. Looking forward to some things I got to do this year. And that's it. Look at my puppy. She's so amazing. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Spread the word. Spread the word as far as you can. As far as you can. Okay? Because I know their missions and I know their values, and I'm quite sure that this is not a part of it. Okay? Where I come from in customer service, the customer's always right. But you do whatever you got to take to make everybody happy. So, no making Alex cry. None of that. It wasn't crying. It wasn't tears of sadness. It was tears of anger because I couldn't pop off on her. You already know. All right, y'all. Love you guys. Good night. Bye.